Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group. And, of course, you know what we do. Physical delivery of real money. Not fiat money, not pieces of paper with colors on it that get manipulated and devalued. Not an electronic, I don't know what to call the Bitcoin things, which, again, you know this, I'm big fan. But actual real money, something that's been money, the only thing that's kind of cool about, I guess, gold and silver, the only thing that's been money for thousands of years, not hundreds, thousands. We do it better than anybody. 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com. We are working with Kitco. They did some update or something. Their feed to us isn't working on the website. We're working on it. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll have it figured out. Gold, a big rally in gold and silver today, right through resistance. We've been talking about this 1750 level. Gold 1770 right now, up $33. Silver's up 50 plus cents now, right at $26 to the ounce. The Dow is higher as well. We'll talk jobless claims today. We had retail sales, but really what we really have, inflation. It's here and it's not going away, and everybody better be ready to deal with it. And then the London Metals Exchange, and I've been telling you, this is not a short squeeze. It is a physical squeeze that's happening. It's really happening in gold and silver today. We'll talk about the silver squeeze and what's happening there as well. Tomorrow, there's a good chance I won't be on the air tomorrow. We are getting the last, we've been remodeling the office here in Phoenix. Tomorrow starts the floors. We're getting all the floors put in. So it'll probably be Jason, and maybe Jason and me. We'll see how it progresses. But by Monday morning, we'll be back, and our little remodel here at the Phoenix office will be 95% complete, and it's just time, wear and tear on the floors. I'll tell you right now, wow. Man, I'm glad we got it done when we did. Just, we started, you have to order this stuff so far in advance because, no one has anything anymore. But the price of the remodel, just in 60 days, if we had priced it out today, thousands of dollars more. That's how quickly this inflation is coming. Don't forget CBD. Man, the word is getting out. And I had no idea when we first got together with My Kind CBD. I wanted to believe them. And we met, and we talked to these guys for a while before we wanted to make sure it was a good fit and prove to us. I mean, it's the best of the best. That's all I can say about it. And everybody's starting to find it out. I'm the tincture. I use the tincture every day. The salve is the salve. I like to call the salve kind of the, hey, put it where it hurts type of thing. But you can use cuts, bug bites. If you got, maybe you have anxiety issues, the salve on the forehead is great. The retinol cream, which these guys have been bragging about. Believe it or not, we've been talking about retinol cream when we first started talking to them because they were in these labs and clinical trials. And I'm so glad we got them on the air, on the open forum. We're going to have them on monthly. We're going to also have very soon a podcast where Jerry's going to be out there talking about these things. But these guys, they know what they're doing, and they go out and they have clinical trials, and they deal with whoever the product's dealt for. That's who they go and work. They work with doctors groups. They work with estheticians and everybody that goes in there. Everything we sell is independently lab certified. And Jerry was on the air last week telling everybody, listen, there is zero THC in any of these products. So you're not going to have to worry about failing drug tests and all of these things. But check out our CBD products, 1360khnc.com. And for the quality and what we're talking about and how they do the process, the prices are the best around. Go check it out. And obviously, all of that supported the radio station. Very quickly, yesterday, we ran 1 10th-ounce American Gold Eagles. And I told you we'd sell out. We did, but we had been working all day for the last couple of days. We got a call probably not even 15 minutes after I got off the air. I was able to buy another couple of hundred of them. We sold out most of those this morning. The same guy called me back. I bought 100 more. So right now I've got about 120-ish 1 10th-ounce American Gold Eagles, 250 1 through 19, 20 or more at 245. Prices on those are up $5 on a $33 move in gold. We are the cheapest price in the country that I could find on them. Put them away. Take advantage of them. Like I said, we've got 120 of those left, and then that's it. When we get back, we got a lot of things to talk about. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. And I don't even know where to go. There's so many things I want to talk about. Premiums. Absolutely going crazy. I think we're going to see a big move here. The sell-off of the fantasy land, the belief, if you will, that we could print trillions and trillions of dollars out of thin air, and it was going to be fine, and there's no inflation. First, there was no inflation. Now it's just transitory inflation. Listen, it's just inflation, and it's a lot worse. We've been blowing holes in all this. They can come out with any report they want, right? CPI and ISM and all these things. But here's the reality. It actually isn't trying to track inflation. It's trying to do the exact opposite and pretend that it's tracking inflation. And everybody out there knows it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. We had great retail sales today come out for the first quarter. Not surprising. We gave everyone checks. Right? First quarter was probably the best one because you got 2 checks. Right? You got the $600 check and then the $1,400 check, up about 9%. I'm going to say this. That's probably about inflation. That's kind of funny how we keep landing around that number. Export prices up 7%. Import prices up 7%. Export prices up 9%. Retail sales up 9%. We talked, who was it? P&G and Kimberly-Clark and all of these brands saying that they're raising prices in the high single digits, right? Let's just call that what that is, 9%. That's and again, I don't think that's enough. It's probably worse than that. But both gold and silver through resistance today. The next target for gold's 1,800. Next target for silver, 27. And then just start adding $100 increments in gold, $1 an ounce on silver. Silver, absolutely, the demand has not abated whatsoever. The London Metals Exchange coming out with a report about, hey, listen, it's starting to get serious. This is a major supply problem for the exchanges. A lot of the gold that's in these vaults is spoken for. It's their own. They're not available for delivery. We've got the mint, right? We got a new design coming for the silver and gold eagles. I'm expecting the mint to announce closures within the next 2 to 4 weeks. So it's going to make supply even worse. Junk silver, the quarters, dimes, half dollars, premiums are through the roof. And guess what I'm telling you? Buy it anyway. Buy it anyway. We're going to see new all-time highs in silver. I'm 1,000% convinced about it. Let me give you an example, because I had a call today. A customer was asking, have they ever confiscated silver? And we've talked about this once in a while. 1933, we confiscated gold, right? And everybody turned it in. And think about that confiscation. The same way you're going to look at going to a digital dollar. So gold was $20 an ounce, right? A $20 gold piece was worth $20. And they paid you a premium, 67 cents. Then they changed the price of gold 90 days later to $35. I mean, it's a 75% increase. Or, really, what is that? It's a huge devaluation, right? That's what's going to happen when we go to the digital money. Now, I don't think it'll be just like that, because I don't think there's going to be premiums, right? If you got, Federal Reserve notes, and again, I think it's going to be, we're going to see some social engineering with it, right? Reparations, if you will, where certain ethnic groups are going to get more than dollar for dollar. I think the poor, right? If you don't have any money in the bank, right, okay, what does it matter? Okay, we'll do dollar for dollar. All the rest of us, big haircuts. Big haircuts. Think about 75% devaluation. I hope it's not that big, right? I'm kind of hoping, please only be 50%. That's why you got to have it put away. But silver, they wrote the act to confiscate the silver, because they were going to do both. Initially, that was their initial thoughts, because this is how devious the bankers are. That's what they really wanted, until somebody said, hey, wait a minute, guys. We're going to have to take it. I always say the state of Rhode Island. I don't believe Rhode Island's big enough. But let's just pretend that it is. Take the entire state of Rhode Island. Level everything. Okay? Everything. And build a warehouse. 80, maybe 100 stories high. You know what? You got to remember, I was telling that story like in the early 2000s. So it may be 200 stories high by now. To be able to store it all. It's not practical. As another example, people are starting now to doubt the exchanges. Suspicion is growing about the London exchange, about the COMEX exchange, right? And how much silver and gold is there really? And I think we're all going to find out, and it's going to end very, very ugly. But to give you a case in point, in Singapore right now, as we speak, they're building a warehouse. It's 15 stories high. And you know what? Hold on. Let me. I think it's 6 stories. I want to get 6 stories. So picture a building 6 stories high. In Singapore, it's almost completed. And actually they're already starting to put silver in on the bottom level. It's going to be 6 stories high. It's going to store 15,000 tons of silver. Right now, it's only got about 400 tons. The London Exchange, as an example, says that they have about 30 tons. We don't know that no one believes that they actually own all 30 metric tons of it, but you can understand this is what's happening. I think everybody's getting ready. Listen, and again, and we talk about central banks getting ready, right? We talk about who was the latest? What was it? Hungary, right? Poland, India's buying gold again, right? We got all these countries buying gold, all these countries bringing gold home, and now we're starting to see the rise of these private vaults. The Shanghai Exchange, they don't play games over there in China. There's no margin. It's all there, right? That's all you can trade. And they have, and I'm trying to remember, I think they have 15 to 20,000 tons as well there in their vaults. But all of that, I believe, is spoken for. So I think what we're going to see as we watch all of this play out, this is not a short squeeze. This is a physical demand, and it's everywhere, all over the globe. This is so much more, and it's hard to imagine, so much more than the financial crisis. And this is how popular, listen, gold and silver. And I know they're trying to confuse you with the Bitcoin thing. And I love Bitcoin. I do. Do I love it at 60,000? No, but I love the concept. Oh, yeah, no, Bitcoin, it's the new gold. Nobody wants gold. Nobody wants silver. But yet demand is setting records everywhere. And again, this little pullback that we had. This is gold and silver on sale, and on sale big time. And when you listen to Jay Powell over the weekend on 60 Minutes, think about what he said. Oh, no, the deficit, it's not a problem. Inflation, no, don't worry, inflation's not a problem. Oh, our balance sheet blowing up. Oh, no, that's not a problem. And jobless claims and stimulus. No, none of that's a problem. Everything's great. The more they tell you it's not a problem, the more you know that it really is, right? So they're coming out trying to convince us all how it's not a problem. Why? Why are you trying to convince everybody that it's not? Well, who are you trying to convince? Yourselves? Right? Because the people that live in the real world, believe me, Jay, it's a problem. We did get some good news today, though, right? Retail sales, that wasn't surprising, right? Because when you send 150 million people $2,000, you're going to have better retail sales. But again, this is part of the inflation. Right. We got people that got more money than they normally would have. What are they doing? They're buying stuff, creating false demand. Jobless claims, good number. First time since COVID that we fell below the previous all-time high in claims. It was 596,000. This is something I've been waiting for this because, as you know, pretty much most of the states now have they're reopened. They're not Arizona reopened, but they're working their way to it. The problem was still 596,000 people filing for unemployment claims the first time, and there was a weird aberration in California. So they had like a decrease of 75,000. That kind of caught people off guard. And of course, I don't know, maybe that's Disney World, maybe. I don't know how many people work there, but I know it's a lot. But neither here nor there, a good number. And again, this is actually good for gold and good for silver. Why would gold and silver be rallying with great retail sales and job? Let's face it, 596,000, that's not great. That'd be horrible any other time. But at least it's better than 700,000 plus. Why would they rally? Because they know this transitory inflation thing. It is much, much worse than what they're telling us. How about corn? Another great example. Corn, right? Just one of those basic commodities out there. Highest levels, corn prices hit the highest levels in 9 years. And they are saying, weather, this, that, demand, and all of these things. The highest price since June 19th of 2013, and closing in, again, another item closing in on all-time record high. So think about the commodity space and all these things at all-time record highs. Silver's all-time record high, just over $50 to the ounce. We're going to take it out. Problem is, I wouldn't be shocked to see 100. Wouldn't at all. Gold all-time record high, $2,100 to the ounce last year. We're going to take it out. Remember what we talked about with the M1 money supply. It went from $4 trillion to $18 trillion in less than a year. And then they got rid of it. What was the number for April going to be? Right, because remember, they just passed the $1.9 trillion stimulus, and so I'm just kind of gauging, M1, what were we going to see? 25 trillion? 30 trillion? Why did they get rid of it? All of a sudden now, the gold and silver markets are starting to move. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. The last of the 10th ounce American Gold Eagles at $250. Like nobody's. And again, I can't say I don't go to every single gold site and every single gold dealer, but I looked. Anyone that has them in stock, $270 to $300. They're $250. 10 or more, $245. Or I'm sorry, 20 or more, $245. We've got about 100 of them left. Just to give you perspective, so I've been buying them for the last couple of days. When these 100 are gone, if I was to run them again, we're looking $260. And that's just how quickly things are moving in the marketplace. Premiums are up everywhere. Demand is it's non-stop. And now we're starting to see, okay, we're going to watch. I think we're going to see two things. One, premiums are not going to go down. I thought they would. I really did. I don't think they are. They're going to stay here and maybe even go higher. Two, second thing, demand only goes up from here. Which is going to really, that's why I think the premium's probably going to go higher. That's why I'm saying buy it now. And I didn't, I don't like these high premiums, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Because the narrative that Wall Street wanted to believe in, and again, I get it. They wanted to believe Jay Powell that, hey, we're going to print all this money and it's okay. Deficits are okay. It's okay. Right? Janet Yellen, let's go big. Right? All this stuff. And it wasn't going to cause any inflation. That was the original narrative. Then the narrative changed to it's just going to be transitory, which fancy word for temporary. And I'm going to remind all of you, because it bears repeating, this is just like the housing/financial crisis. Remember what the central bank told us then. Housing's fine. No, it's fine. Remember, people were lining up in the desert out here, right? The liar loans, no, it's fine. That was the original narrative. Then it was, It's just a subprime problem. Remember that? It was a little frothy, I think was the word they used. It's a little frothy. Yeah, subprime problem. And then, of course, Lehman Brothers went under. Bear Stearns went under. Okay, let's call it what it is. And the federal government helped J.P. Morgan with a bailout to buy him out, so it didn't look like that. This is it, guys. Think about every prediction that we've gotten from the central bank. I don't know, in the last 25 years. Remember, I want to say it was 1996 or 1997 when Alan Greenspan told us all, we're going to have the debt paid off by 2010. And don't worry about your Social Security. It's fine, right? And think about all the money we're going to save on interest. That was like 20-something trillion. That was like $25 trillion ago. And you think about what else they were telling us, right? Interest rates, right? Oh, they're only going to be at zero for a little bit. Right? Kind of like inflation. It's just going to be temporary, transitory. How long have interest rates been at zero? I mean, really? How long are we talking about now? How many years has it been? And here's the problem. And I'm going to lay it out simply for you. How does the textbook say you fight inflation? How do you do it? Raise rates. Right? That's how you do it. Shrink the money supply. Right? That's how you do it. Decrease government spending. Right? That's how you do it. Raise taxes. All of those things. And guess what? We're going to need them all. Here's the problem. The same thing, the solution to the problem causes the whole house of cards to collapse. We're back, 800-951-0592. Great job, Jason and Jack. Got us back really, really quick there. Apologize for that. Hopefully we won't have any more power issues there. And I apologize that we're breaking up, but I was talking. Listen, two things. Number one, the 10th ounce are going quick. Get them. Put them away. 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles, the golden dime. As far as fractional gold, right, if there was ever chaos, you want to have this type of gold around, right? You want to, maybe this is a generator. Maybe you're going to pay property tax. Who knows what it may be. Buy off the local motorcycle gang or militia. That's another thing, too. These people are not very smart, right? We're constantly now, right, they're dividing the nation, but they want to get rid of the police force. They want to change it into this, I don't know what. Right? Where they're going to, maybe what they're going to end up being able to walk around and point their finger and pretend. Just remember, power vacuums always get filled. I mean, look at every city that's actually tried to defund or significantly defund the police. Look at what's happened. Crime goes crazy. This is ridiculous. It needs to stop. But these guys, they're nuts. They don't know this, and I get it. It sounds great. But in reality, all it's going to do is the bad guys always end up in charge. Look at what happens in Iraq and Afghanistan and all these other places. Same thing's going to happen. I hope we're ready for it. I don't think we are. But we're looking at the budget deficit, and this is why I said you can't believe anything these people say. In February, they try to say the budget deficit was only going to be $2.3 trillion. But by the end of March, we already hit 1.7 for 6 months. Of course, they said, well, that didn't include the $1.9 trillion rescue package. So I'm just going to, do some, all right, 2.3, 1.9, because remember, that didn't get paid for at all. So that's 4.2. And then it said that it also does not include the impact of the quote-unquote Build Back Better. That's the infrastructure bill, by the way. That's 2.25. I mean, holy smokes. And, of course, remember, they want another round of stimulus after that. So they're saying that they expect the budget deficit to be anywhere from $3.3 trillion to $5.4 trillion. You pick. And that's the small number. So the problem is there's only one solution that I know of to fight this inflation, which actually crushes everything, puts us into a depression. Come on, let's face it. Could you imagine the central bank raises interest rates? Let's just, we're going to do a quarter point. And they do a quarter point every 6 to 12 weeks. Oh, my Lord, what would happen to the economy? It'd be horrible. But this is what's going to happen. And then you know what they're going to tell us. This digital money, that's what's going to fix it. That's how it's going to come down. There's no other solution. You can't print, and I don't even know how many trillions it's been, right? Really think about it. When President Trump, on Inauguration Day, the deficit was like 20 trillion, give or take, right around 20 trillion. We're almost at 30 trillion. And really, if you throw in the Fed's balance sheet, we're way over 30 trillion. And we're just throwing trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And again, eventually what happens? The quote-unquote inflation, the devaluation, the tax on all of us, that's what happens. And we're seeing it right now. By the way, they said food prices, get ready for food prices, which already are astronomical, to go up another 7 to 10% between now and the end of the year. 7 to 10% between now and the end of the year. They blame demand, more people eating at home, transportation problems, and of course, the favorite one, the weather. And you start adding all of this stuff up, and it's very easy to see. We have a bubble in the bond market. Of course, how did we get this, right? Interest rates at zero for 13, basically the vast majority of the last 13 to 15 years. What did we think was going to happen? All we've done is now the government, think about it, the government used to spend about $4 trillion a year. Now we're spending 8 to 10 trillion. What do you think was going to happen? But again, I think this is part of the plan. All part of the plan. Because you got to remember, what's the best thing about the digital money? It's the best tracking device they've ever created. That's the one thing I don't like about the Bitcoin. It tracks everything. That's why they love it. Don't be fooled. Jay Powell, I don't, we're looking at it, and it's we're not sure, and baloney. It's the best tracking device ever invented, really. Patriot Radio News Hour, final segment coming up. We've got two lines open. 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles, one line open. 250, 20 or more, 245. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour, final segment here on what is it, Thursday. So tomorrow we'll see Jason for sure, possibly me. We're finishing the last little bit here of the update here in the Phoenix office, and we'll be back at full strength on Monday. Before we head out, gold $1,770, up $33. Silver up 47 right now, $25.99. Yeah, $25.99 and a half. We'll call it 26. The Dow's up almost 300 points. The S&P's up 40. The Nasdaq's up 160. All of it inflation driven. How about this one? So we talked a lot about lumber and all those things, but steel futures just this year up 40%. Iron ore 7%. Copper 15%. There's no inflation. Listen, we haven't even passed yet the infrastructure bill. What do you think they're going to do when that comes in? Right? How much higher are we going to talk about? By the way, they're saying the most active future contracts for iron ore says delivery to China are going through the roof. And that's $166.14 per metric tons. Midwest domestic hot rolled coil steel futures, $1,354 per short ton. Copper above $4. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And again, remember, China's doing it without stimulus. The rest of the world is doing it with stimulus. And again, all as it's doing is creating this horrible inflation nightmare. And then the only solution is to what? Put us into a depression so we can bring in the new money. Want to have that gold put away, believe me, way before that happens. And then after, here's the good news. It's not all bad. It's not like is the world going to come to an end? No. Is China emerged as the superpower? Yes. Are they more of a threat than Russia ever used to be? Yep. Right? Is the dollar losing its grip? Yes. But we're still the United States. And here's the thing. Have it put away. And then when the digital comes, take some of that off the table and take advantage of all the buying power you're going to have. Because there's going to be great opportunity. There always is. Always, always is. 800-951-0592. Let me tell you, Silver Eagles are available. They're $755 a roll. We are looking at delivery times about a week. So they were 2 weeks, down to about a week. I'll keep you updated there, but they are available at $755 a roll. $50 premiums, new all-time high. New all-time record high premiums on $50 right now. $255 a roll. Quarters and dimes, also new all-time record high premiums. Quarters at $245, dimes at $122.50. God bless everybody. Let's just all be ready together, and then we'll take advantage together. 800-951-0592. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, I'll be back on Monday.